if you know neither yourself nor the enemy, you will succumb in every battle. This is a quote, although probably not a direct exact one, from Sun Tzu. And that pretty much explains how I did on this challenge this time around. And my recent losing kick. With literally just the one spout of victories in Rainmaker a few days ago. Now I was cussing a lot as I was recording the Zipcaster challenge. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to view my victories. Well, in the order that I got them in. Because, let's face it, it wasn't a good day for me. And honestly, this is a little bit more respectful of your time. Plus, I ended up cussing a lot by victory number 3, so this is for the best, really. I did mention that the guy who eats glass must have really messed up insides. There we go. I think a bird's eye view might be a little more appropriate for some of these matches. I find it funny on how they just pick one side. But that doesn't matter. As you can see, we managed to pull up into the lead, at least at first. And my teammates started to really push forward to maintain control of the field. In part, thanks to the mandatory special, Yellow was able to try and push forward again. But, as you can see, folks like myself are going into enemy territory to maintain some semblance of control of the battle. Up until this point where Yellow managed to temporarily take away our control. So that's the first victory. You saw Manta Marina had 2 Splat Zones. Hagglefish Market only has the one. And I commented again that I had fought against IE Glass the previous match. And in the event that IE Glass is watching this, I hope he doesn't mind the double shout-out of his name. Either way, we managed to take control early, but we lost it shortly afterwards. And Blue manages to take control, coincidentally, with the Splat Gargle. They're currently in the lead. They lost control, and probably in part because one of the blue refugers was trying to beat the orange side. But right now, orange is back in control. It's like blue is, at least 2 of them are making a push. Orange is in the lead right now. Orange is maintaining control of the Splat Zone, while blue is, they just can't seem to splat people. Oh, IE Glass managed to distract 2 from orange. His teammate jumped to him, but it was in vain. Wipeout. Yeah, both, commentary like this is not my strong suit, to say the least. But Orange is trying to keep Blue in their territory. They failed. But they're maintaining control of the Splat Zone, and that's what matters. If I recall, this one ended up going into overtime. Yeah, I'm wearing a bubble hat. The bubble hat is not. How silly. And it looks like I'm on the enemy team for this match. That's okay. So Green got one of the two Splat Zones earlier. We managed to take control. It's kind of hard to tell what Green is doing from this angle. Oh, Pink ran to take his own. So Green took it back. Almost looks like he's a bit hard to hit. But he got splat anyways. Looks like Pink tried to throw themselves at Green one at a time. It didn't work out. So it looks like there's a bit of a regroup now. And Green was wiped out. Pink took the time to gain control of both Splat Zones, while Green is running out one at a time. That explains a lot. I got splat right there. That's my own fault for going in as one person. Rex Rose is doing the same, but his special expired before he could get splat. Green regrouped, but it didn't last very long. I forced him to lose control of one of their Splat Zones before my special expired. So Pink is trying to keep control of the battle by taking the fight to Green, but that didn't last very long. And Green's in control once again. No, not anymore. Pink is back in control. Looks like Rex Rose activated his special. Running around, it's probably not gonna last much longer here. Nope, I guess I was wrong. His special expired. Anyway, Green's trying to retain control. Keep for trying. Pink gained the upper zone and lower zone as well. Green is mostly down for the count, slowly respawning. And Pink is taking this time to push forward and keep Green trapped. So far, it's working. Meanwhile, Barney 6 and Rex Rose is going around the side, trying to get them by surprise. I managed to force them to lose control of one of the zones just before my special expired. Pink is not giving up. In fact, they lost control at a bad time, but regained it. Lost it again at an even worse time. Meanwhile, sorry, I had to prevent myself from coughing there. In short, Pink lost control, and Green managed to gain it just long enough to make Pink have to control even longer. Meanwhile, green is slowly but surely regrouping. Pink, they're trying to regroup. Looks like Black Mine is trying to solo the top splat zone. It didn't quite work out. Pink is firmly in control again. It's really hard to see behind the splat zone counters at the very top of the screen. I think I'd be better off just commenting my own gameplay. Pink is mostly screwed up, green not so much. Pink is in control again. And green is broken up again. Volume 6 is, he took control of this top splat zone, just only gets splatted, and green lost it. This would be a lot more exciting if I was actually recording this live. But we're in overtime! And by the looks of it, Pink could not get back in control in time. This commentary stuff is hard work. I need a drink of water. Yeah, that was a rather close game. I think it was right after this match that I just ceased the recording too. The original recording. I've been for the best, honestly. Either way, the fourth match. On blue side, nothing but dots is one way to keep your name anonymous. And of course I'm on the enemy side. And I fight fools whose name is most appropriate. Especially against me. Anyway, orange claims the bottom zone first. Blue just now claims the top zone, but well, for a while both zones were contested there. I saw I could get control of both sides right now. Not for lack of trying. The blue is trying their best there in control. Got players from both sides super jumping and zip casting across the field. Blue lost control. Orange is taking a bit of time to regain control. And gain control they do. And they're now in lead. Meanwhile, blue has, for a brief moment in time, grouped up together. Orange is split apart. I Fight Foo's painting some of the blue's turf. Blue is in control once again. Not anymore. I did quite good to regain control, however briefly. Orange is for a little bit regrouped. Blue is throwing themselves at them one at a time. That tip tends to not work that well. The last splat right there, I was zipping through the air and I got splat. Right in the middle of my flight, I got splat. Either way, orange is firmly in control. With WU using a Zipcaster to zip across. I got mine active now. I'm just jumping all over the place trying not to get splat. Because I knew I was being chased there. I had that feeling, you know. Either way, orange just lost control. We gained control for a very brief period of time. We gained the top zone. I cruelly tried to fight Pip. That didn't work out so well. Both teams are just, well, for a little bit of brief time, or fighting each other one by one, it seemed like. After a brief regroup, blue gained control again. most of blue is mostly sticking together. And just doing their best to maintain control. Thus far, that was the longest streak at blue maintaining control of both zones. Right now, blue is semi-firmly in control. Orange regrouped and brought the fight back to them. But blue is able to regain control shortly after losing it now. And most of orange has been splatted. And blue is now in the lead. Two members of blue are sticking together for a bit. Orange is trying to regroup. Zix is making an idiot of himself by keeping enemy territory. Just in time for that to happen. But blue is in control again. Not anymore, and once again in control. The photos are just going haywire down there. And that's the match. I still find it odd that even if they make you look like the bad guy, they swap the camera back into your perspective. I don't know if that's a weird touch or a neat one. Maybe both. These can be neat and weird at the same time, you know? And back to Manta Marina for my 5th victory. Once again, I'm on the bad side. Funny how that works out. Both sides are sort of making a beeline to the Splat Zones with one going around. And purple gained control for not very long, but enough to get onto the board. Purple's having a bit of trouble regaining the second Splat Zone. But gain control they do. Purple is mostly sticking together. Yellow is a bit slow on that uptick, but they eventually regroup. And it kind of sort of works out in their favor. However, the objective is to maintain control of the Splat Zone, so purple is doing a better job of that up until now. Zero's got one, they just need the next one. However, purple is one at a time regrouping just in time for yellow to get wiped out. Now halfway through, purple is not pushing forward. Well, mostly. Dragony is, but the others are playing the defensive game. Yellow is trying to push through that to little avail. They managed to get one of the violets and take control of one of the zones. Zix and Dragony weren't having that. I got splat by distracting two of them out. I remember that much. Anyway, back to commentary. Both sides have one Splat Zone, trying to go for the other. Purple has mostly regrouped. Yellow, still, they did push for that upper Splat Zone, and unfortunately lost it, but gained it back. Purple has kind of sort of regrouped. Zix jumped ahead to try and take one of the zones back. But purple manages to get both zones, all splitting up yellow there, and Green Moist managed to get red velvet. The red velvet tried to super jump to an unfortunate position, and Zix got splatted by, I think it was Remoist, who got splatted by SP just now. And purple is in control once again, but they have to keep control even longer, thanks to yellow's efforts. But now Dragony and Red Velvet are playing on the offensive. Dragony distracted 3 of them on yellow. But purple defense some precious time Yellow is trying to push forward now. It works, however briefly, and purple is scoring once again. Yellow said no to that, but violet or purple, that's more of a purple, I think. But purple took it back in the end and got the knockout. Like I said, this commentary thing is hard. How do sportscasters do it? We probably trained on it. But yeah, that was 5 victories. After 14 matches. But after all that, my shell token gets me money. Because I already had an emote that I honestly hate. Well, shit, bonus, it could have been another meal ticket that I'll never use. So, yeah. But I never did really show what this looks like from the person's point of view. So, to give some perspective on what that looks like, I'm gonna play this one again. In every match I use this weapon too. Probably not my best idea. The Zipcaster. You can zoom across the field. It's a blessing. This guy's blessings and curses. He's got blessings because you can fly around quickly. A curse, however, that I found out is when you've got your Zipcaster active, you can't use your special. Or frickin', you can't use your sub weapon. I would go on to learn that the hard way several times. But yeah. The Zipcaster going like that. Lots of players were just really spamming it when they could. Me, not so much. But I did try a group for a short while to use it when my ink tank was on empty. So yeah, that's one person's point of view. And we don't really need to see show that result. So yeah, that was the Zip to a challenge. I'm going to end the video here because yeah, 1567.3 is not going to be high enough to get a bronze. So that's the end of the video here. As much as I enjoy this game, that challenge in that battle mode, not so much. It was apparent that if your team could control the Splat Zone first and splat your opponents before they can splat you, it became rather apparent that you could just get to their side quickly, or even one at a time even, and just maintain control over there. If you and your team knew what you were doing. But me, I'd like to play on the defensive if I can, but that's just me. With all that, I'm gonna end the video here. For everyone who sat through that whole thing, I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Zipcaster, and I thank you for your time. And yes, I do know that I talked a bit of trash about myself. But, hey, it was the truth. Kind of.